seen different pieces. Maybe they even the countries that they saw be destroyed were still basically what's the word I'm looking for? Say that again. Forerunners for other foreshadow. That's the perfect word. Foreshadowing for this Babylon, this Nivea, this, you name some other, all of those. Yep. It was all about seeing the devastation and destruction of where we are now. But a lot of people, they have this Christian viewpoint of the Bible. You know, they think it's all about prosperity, where it's like, man, these prophets saw, can I get one scripture if you don't mind? I'm gonna throw it right back to you. Since you're already there, go to Jeremiah 28:8. Yeah. Because see, these people take what we're saying and they just think that we're just down here rambling or got nothing better to do with ourselves. Man, these prophecies are coming to pass, right? Right in front of y'all. Right. Like I was just talking to the elder back here. Hey, today is April 5th. There's an anti-Trump protest across the whole country right now. Yeah. See, if you go a few streets over, a lot of brothers you might have saw if you came from the 20 side coming from downtown, all those streets is packed. You can't drive through by the Capitol. Traffic. Why? Well, you got one side of the coin, niggas. It's always you know, niggas is downtown having a good time. You know, it's 404 day, so they listen to old hip hop joints. You know, eating chicken. Yeah, letting balloons go for young Scooter and shit. But on the flip side, these devils ain't spring break, I was just saying. You understand? I'm throwing it back to you. But do you understand for the last, every year, probably from last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, we're in spring break. This is the time where these so-called white people are supposed to be in Hilton Head. They're supposed to be in Savannah, Destin, Florida, Daytona, Florida, Pensacola, Miami, you name it. That's where these crackers are supposed to be at right now, but where are they? They in the streets mad. That ain't nothing to white people protesting. All right. Yeah, read it and I'm gonna throw it back to you.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, in verse 8, and it reads, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries."
That's all we're out here to do. And man, we're seeing it happen. You understand, like, we a few days removed from the Passover, and this devil is causing all these nations to hate this bitch. Oh, man, I was driving down the street, like, hell yeah, I was like, man, I'm so proud of you white people, man.
Yeah, they doing a good job.
I'm so proud of them, man. I was like, really like, oh, man, yeah. You white people about to make the Boston Tea Party look like a picnic. Y'all, the way that your forefathers went to the streets in Boston, they were doing all that over a 2% tax. 2%. When you devils wake up and realize, see, we're prophesying, we're telling niggas what it is, but we're also telling these other nations. That's why we're in the spirit of like, hey man, that's you white people, really. He said the same thing I said earlier. What did you say? Really, what's left for these white people to do? That's all that's left.
They got that neo-Nazi marching protest.
Step it up. Y'all gotta step it up, man.
Take your country back.
Really? Your country is slipping, but y'all out here playing. Y'all got this, these crackers got a nigger playing spirit on us. You can't play like these niggas.
Not it.
No, that's true.
Watching too much today.
Y'all watching too much hip hop. Throw that heavy metal on. Right? Put them demons, put that nasty heavy metal music back on. Do your meth, do your heroin, whatever y'all been trying to culturally appropriate crack niggas for way too long, man. They've been institutionalized.
Y'all white people have been institutionalized by niggas, man. That's what the fuck it is, man.
It's true. It sounds crazy.
That down south country ass hillbilly. I'm not taking shit from no niggas in my gas station. Leave my county. Y'all need to get back into that fucking mentality, man. Y'all can't win the country back protesting.
That's right.
That's a nigga spirit. You white people aren't supposed to be peacefully protesting. What are you talking about? Now, run, like the run, man, run it back. Go back in the White House, man. Stomp that yard. Y'all supposed to be in the White House yard cooking out and shit, doing donuts in your big lifted trucks.
Your monster trucks.
With dip, y'all. That's what y'all with a big fat ass lip of dip.
Tobacco.
Verse 8, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, and verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms.
Great kingdoms. Yep. Of what?
Of war.
Of war.
And of evil and of pestilence.
And of pestilence, man. Of evils. Evil, the word evil simply means ill times, bad times. And like I said, Jared, we don't got to get it because I'm giving it back to the brother. Jeremiah 4:1 says that we are prophets unto the nations. Yeah. We're not just prophets unto our people. We're here to tell y'all what's going on. All of y'all about to become extreme. Listen, man, prison rules are about to. We've always been in prison. We're the captives. But prison rules are about to rule these streets.
Oh yeah.
That's what's coming. But see, what we got here?
Playing games.
He's playing games.
He's supposed to be taking their country.
Y'all supposed to be down the street protesting,
Eating pizza.
and watching anime later. Now we gotta rouse these devils up, right? Not for us. They ain't gonna do nothing to us, but for themselves. Yeah, you got it, brother. I just wanted to.
Yeah. We'll just flip the script. Because we already told you about the destruction. We're going to tell you before it happens, man. Get that Jeremiah 1:5, man. And then, let I want to get 2 Corinthians 15 a little bit. And let the next brother blaze his spirit, man. We already told you what the seventh trumpet was, man. All right, when the Lord comes back. But before that, hey, this place is going to experience pain, man, like never before. Get ready to get them 79-cent top ramen noodles. And them Dorito chips, and get ready to make a spread out of that, man. Because that's what's coming. All your delicacies, all right. You can just go down the street and get a pizza. That's gonna be null and void these days, man. All right, come.
Jeremiah.
Yeah, Jeremiah.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 and verse 5, and it reads, "Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations."
Yeah, see, these Americans, they don't see that we're prophets. They'll see that we're just some angry black guys that don't have a job, and we're this and that, we're bums. All right, but these people abroad, they know about the Hebrew Israelites, man. All right, Iran knows about the Hebrew Israelites. What do they say? That Iran is mentioning that the United States is targeting the prophets. We been knew that. But those people abroad know who the Hebrew Israelites are. They know who's telling the truth. But hey, we're a prophet to these other nations as well, Moab and Ammon. We're supposed to tell them that, hey, they're going into slavery. It's going to Jeremiah 30 and 16 and Revelation 13, 9 and 10. Hey, but before that, man, you might as well go back to where you came from, man. All right, because it's about to get real rough out here, man. Is it that 2 Corinthians 15?
I got you.
Just right quick. 2 Corinthians 15 and 17, where it says, "Woe is me."
Con. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse. I'm sorry, you said 17.
Verse 14.
14.
Yeah.
Con. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destructions drop nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another."
Yeah, you can clearly see that happening, man. You got anti-Trump protests, like the elder was saying, right up the street. All right, you got Democrats versus Republicans, liberals versus conservatives, man versus woman. All right, all types of division that's going on right now, man. You got it, bro.
Continuing on to verse 15, "And one people shall stand up and fight against another."
Yeah, hey, like I said, gender wars, race-related issue wars, divisions over income, divisions over political beliefs, religious beliefs. All right, Yahweh Shai said in Matthew 10, he came to bring a variance, right? He came to bring division. So that's what the Lord is bringing. And he's sending these signs All right, but these everyday Americans, man, they're gonna find out the hard way, man. Especially when they revamp these gulags, as this brother would say, the gulags. We're gonna say it like that. What they used in World War II. They're gonna reenact these gulags. There's about 800 of them, with the biggest one being in Alaska that can hold 2 million of you useless eaters. Okay, that's good because y'all taking up too much space on a regular day as it is. You know, so that's what's coming, man. And hey, just like the captain said, you so-called white people need to riot, but hey, you so-called white people just basically voted for the NWO. You voted for this guy. Trump was gonna make America great again. But then they just all of a sudden they just snuck in Elon Musk as a surprise. Hello, nigga, I'm here. He's talking shit about the president. Why y'all ain't got nothing to say about that? Most of you so-called white people, all these jobs that they let go of. Some of you so-called white people, hey, that was your jobs. Those are the good old white jobs.
They cooked.
Yeah, they cooked,
See,
man.
Salakia, these white people don't realize how fucked they are yet. It ain't caught up to you. See, the scriptures speak about pride destroying the heart. So your pride won't allow you to realize how effed over you are by this society. Yeah, a gift destroyeth the heart. See, your people have been deceiving you, and you don't realize how you in the pit with us.
Yeah.
That's what we said. What we really waiting for? We're not waiting. You think we're really waiting for niggas to rise up? You're deceived. If any of y'all out here really believe it's gonna be niggas that's gonna step up to the plate and cause enough ruckus for this country to fall, you're deceived. And I'm gonna tell you that right now. We're really waiting for Esau to lose his shit.
Yes. Yeah.
That's all we're waiting on.
Yeah.
That's all Esau, these so-called white people, when they realize, I'm sorry, can I get another scripture?
Yeah.
That tariff thing too was bringing it closer.
That's right. Inherit lies.
Tariff war.
That's what we're talking on.
Yeah, a lot of these crackers, they starting to lose they in panic mode. Remember we were talking about that the other day?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We were talking about the other day. We were sharing posts about like Ford offering they
Oh yeah, we talking about that.
Employee discount to everybody.
You can go get a 2025 Ford for the price that workers get it now. And then me and the brother Shalimar, we were talking the other day about Dodge. You can go get a brand new Dodge right now for like 30K off.
Yeah, it's like 50% off. Normally them bitches run like 70,000. That just goes to show either they panicking,
What you got?
or they could have been did that shit. But I take it to the sides of these motherfuckers is panicking, man. He was calling for something.
He has inherited lies. That's in Jeremiah. Because this devil, he's inherited. The American dream is felonies. See, look at this. Look, you don't got to put them on camera, but everybody that's here. Look at this. At one point, they still believe that this is 30 years ago. These white people really believe that they inherited the land that their grandfathers left them. They're cooked. They just don't know it yet. They really don't know it. Their pride won't allow them to let you realize how cooked they are. They're struggling. These so-called white people, they're basically under the curses. Which is prophecy. Go ahead with that.
This is Jeremiah 16 and verse 19. It says, O Lord, Yahweh, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit.
Okay, well, this originally was talking about Jacob, but you could apply this to Israel. All right, he put his hand on the Bible. He said he was the people. He said he was the closest to God. He said about Esau, yeah. These Edomites have a huge God complex on them where they can't receive what we're saying because they've been told their whole life how great they are, how above everybody they are, how beneath everybody we are. They can't accept the fact that their country's losing it. Like we always say, listen, I be looking at these white men and I be like, y'all really supposed to be out here. Yo man, fight for your fucking country. See, look at them. Like we just gaze it. We'll watch it. We're white people watching today. They're playing. We talk about niggas, how niggas play games. They're playing games. Their country is about to implode. But what are they doing? Marrying, talking shit online. Read that again. You've inherited lies, Esau.
It says, O Lord Yahweh, my strength and my fortress, and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit.
These so-called white people, these Edomites, are the most indoctrinated into this system. They have the most to benefit from believing in the American dream. The lie benefits them the most. Get married, go to college, buy a house, buy a car, start a business. You name it, it benefits them first. But it ain't even benefiting them anymore. Read that and give me Ecclesiastes 12. You can start from the top. What you got?
This is Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Yeah, your storehouses is cooked. Curses say our storehouses shall be through. Our businesses shall be through. Our families would be through. The white man and woman and child family is a shit show. Understand that.
Yep.
See, they would love for you to believe that they're the they're the perfect idea family. No, they're not. No, they're not. Right. The white woman they don't even got the curses fully on them. White women hate white men.
Yeah. Kids
What a passion. And white men hate white women. What a passion. This ain't got nothing to do with the curses. This is just the natural state of them. And it's working against them at this point. What do you think all this red pill talk? You think black people created this red pill community? Who created the manosphere in the red pill community? That started with white men. And these niggas took it over. But it started with white men. Your Rolly, what's his name? Roller that dude. They call him the godfather of the red pill. The red pill ain't start with Steph is so cold and Kevin Samuels. Technically speaking, Kevin Samuels' whole stick he got from Tom Liker. What's his name? Likas. Tom Likas. He was on the radio 40 years ago telling us how ain't shit these women were. That's what I'm saying. Oh, but see, what I'm speaking on is that the black energy, that these white people been on that kick. Because they're inherited lives. Their family structure's cooked. They are the middle class. So when you're saying the middle class is cooked, who are you talking? You ain't talking to niggas.
Yeah, them. Yeah.
Niggas always been poor. You keep going.
Let me see. It's like I think that was the point. It's like.
Was that it or that was it?
Yeah, that was the point.
Let's go to that second.
Cut. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 16 and verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Oh yeah, these companies, man. Like we were just saying, you can go get a brand new car for half price. You know how crazy that is? You can go in a Dodge dealership right now and you go get a brand new car for damn near $40,000 off.
Yep.
If you can negotiate, you probably get another 10 off of it. Because why? These car companies, they know what time it is.
Yeah, just like when C19 hit.
Can somebody look up the word
The
liquidate?
dealerships, they was pretty much getting the shit away because they couldn't get rid of it.
Yeah.
That's how I got mine.
It's called liquidation.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
Somebody looking up that word, liquidate. Because see, what's happening is this place is so done that they gotta sell off all these parts. They're gonna sell off their inventories.
Oh, yeah.
You about to see. And a lot of you, especially of niggers, specifically of the nigger types, they have been buying into these rich dad, poor dad talking points. When the time is bad, the rich get richer. You were never rich.
Yeah.
You were never rich. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like you just gonna come in and buy 30 foreclosures. No, you're not. You're not. You're not about to do none of that. But that's what they believe. So you niggas think this is a good time. Oh yeah, you know what? I get a house for an Airbnb. Or you know what? I'm gonna buy another car. Since cars are cheap, I'll buy another car for $2 and I'll rent it out. Man, y'all, Airbnb is cooked.
Yeah.
Everything's cooked. That's why I get that in Ecclesiastes 12. We can start at the top. Everything is cooked. Does somebody have the definition of liquidation?
I got you. So
You got it.
He's liquidating this thing. The next thing that he's going to liquidate after he liquidates the items is you people.
People, exactly.
The people going to get liquidated.
we're still looking at resource.
I got it on vocabulary.
Go ahead with it.
Okay. Liquidate on vocabulary.com. It says, well, I read it's two different ones. It says if you liquidate something, you get rid of it. When a huge retailer has to close all of its stores, it liquidates everything, meaning the inventory and even the shelves and display cases are sold to bargain hunters.
You hear that? These stores is about to sell everything, but what the saying go? Everything that's not bolted to the ground about to get sold, man.
Cut your losses.
That's what's about to happen, people. Didn't you just see what all these stores, name me some stores. Party City. CVS, Hooters. Big Lots. Now stores.
Forever 21.
Forever 21.
Joanne's just went out.
Joanne's. All these stores, they're closing down all that. Foot Locker, whatever little bit of Foot Lockers that's left out here, they're about to close completely. They're gonna liquidate these things. What's my mall? North DeKalb Mall is gone. Yeah, exactly. Who? South DeKalb Mall should be gone. Gwinnett Place. All these malls are being banned. Before you know it, they're just gonna demolition them, get rid of it. All right. Any more to that? Was there any more to that?
Oh yeah, it says to raise money for the company to pay its debts, and it also
see what you got to understand is we were talking about this a few weeks ago. These companies aren't that day like you. I'm glad you said that because what we got to do is you got to understand we're literally in the latter parts of the recession of 2008. That recession never really stopped. You never recovered. See, in 2008. Man, a lot. Yeah, Toys R Us, these stores. 2008 was the beginning.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I was so poor, I didn't even realize we was in a fucking
Exactly.
Right.
Most people didn't. Or beyond that, a lot of us were young.
Yep.
Me and you, we were barely out of high school. Barely out of high school. When that was happening, we didn't know what the fuck a recession. Man, recession. We feeling it out here, cuz. No, we ain't know. Oh yeah, we were.
Yeah, 08, yeah.
Exactly. You understand? Like it's always been these distractions. This country has just been kicking the can down the street since 2008. That's why you brought up the Fords, the Chryslers, all of this. It's the same effects that was happening in 08. They're happening now. Nobody wants a 2025 Ford pickup truck, man. Electric. Nobody wants that bullshit. Nobody wants that bullshit. Electric Challengers and shit. God damn. The fire department gonna come out here on our ass. Yeah. That's the spirit. That's what's coming to America, man. Consuming fire.
Fire sale.
Let's go, man. That went whipping.
So Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. It says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth.
That's what we did. That's what all of us out here, we remember the Lord in the days of our youth. We didn't put it off.
The scriptures tell us not to put off.
Yep. You're not supposed to do that. But a lot of our people did. So you got a lot of elder listeners, man. You got a lot of Zaquan listeners. They've been listening to this word since 08, 09, 2010. Ear hustlers. They elders on that level. But all of us that's out here through the spirit, you were moved. You were like, man, I don't care. I got to go out here. All right, keep going because we understood that one day it was going to happen. All right, you go ahead.
It says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, and thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
See, a lot of Jake heard this truth in 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011. They heard this truth. Matter of fact, and beyond, I'll take it even further. They know that this is the truth. You got men that heard this truth in 08, 09, 2010, knew this was the truth, but didn't have the, well, that's where you get the parable of, I knew thou that you were an austere man, so I hid my talent. You got a lot of people that have been listening to this for a long time. But here's the beautiful thing. That's why the Spirit had it with what? A lot of brothers, the Spirit had it with, hey man, let's come together and see who's out here, who's doing what. Know who's doing what in your region. That's what the Spirit had a year or so ago happen. Because what's going to happen very soon? Watch. A lot of these, man, so many figures going to pop up out of these caves and dark spots and crevices. Like, shalom, shalom. Hey, I've been knowing I'm an Israelite. Then you're going to start scrutinizing. How long, when you found out you was Israelite? Man, I've been knowing since 2009. Where the fuck you been at? That ain't a good thing.
It's nothing to boast about.
It's 2025. Yeah, I just been, oh, but now it's real, so now you come around.
You had to get some stuff together.
You had to get some stuff together. You didn't remember the Creator when the evil days didn't approach. You keep going.
It says, verse 2 says, while the sun, what do you want me to read from the top?
No, you keep going, keep going.
It says, while the sun, or the light, or the moon, or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, which that reminds me of, I think it's in John, they say, work the work while you can. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah, man.
While living today.
Yeah.
Yep. Like you were saying, there's a lot of Jake out here that know about the truth.
We're playing.
Really, yo. Yeah.
You lukewarm as hell.
Yeah. What else did the Lord got to do to have you bring your ass out here and do the work, man?
Yeah, y'all. A lot of people gonna wait till the last second and think that the Lord, you could Jake the ultimate Jake. Yahweh Shimmy, I was shot.
Yeah, right.
Like, bring it up.
Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me through.
Oh yeah, it's about to get live out here. I was telling this brother, and I've been on this, man, since I got back to the East Coast. I'm done. Listen, I'm over the whole African American experience. I know that sounds, but what I mean by that is, I'm done dealing with the bullshit conversations that you gotta have with Jake. If you've done me wrong or I've done you wrong, let the Lord deal with it at this point. And what I mean by that in the spirit is, see, very soon, everybody gonna be blowing up all of us. Very soon.
Yeah, just like they did in 2020.
Right.
Hey man, what's going on? Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
You understand? That's what's about to happen. All these people, anybody that's got access to you, a phone number, an IG, they know that you stand on this or stand on something, what they gonna do? They got to harass you. And a lot of fake ass Israelites out here. Everybody out here know about Israel. Everybody know of it, but they're not acting on it. So when they get real scary out here, when the fear really increases out here, they're gonna look for some level of stability. And a lot of people about to get turned away. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Hey, we good for that. We've been practicing. Hey, we've been practicing. Hey, he been practicing. He's good for telling somebody to get the fuck out of here.
Oh yeah.
Listen, we've been practicing that very well. Hey, he uses his height and he see over everybody. And he see your ass approaching if you ain't right. He be like, hold on. Get the fuck out of here, man. And don't come back. What you think gonna happen very soon? The Lord gonna raise up the men's discernment levels. And they're gonna be like, man, scrutinize this nigga.
Yeah, we're gonna need that in that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I got something real quick. This is Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Yes, hey, like he was going into that wisdom and knowledge. Well, who's gonna have the stability? Who's gonna have the stability? The elect. Because the wisdom and knowledge that men have been storing up for X amount of years, and the answers are gonna be our comfort. Knowing why, okay, the Lord is doing this because Israel went off, they turned into other gods and all those things, man. You know what?
If I can add to your point, because y'all did that lesson the other week about Isaiah the 4th chapter,
right?
And I listened. This was a beautiful lesson. You realize, brothers, in that day, I was meditating on it. I speak as a man, but in the spirit, I believe. You all gonna be holding camp in that day. What do you think you'll be talking to What do you think you're gonna be talking to the people about? We in devastation and destruction, all kind of shit going on. You're gonna be talking about the truths. You're gonna be, hey man, what the scriptures. I told you, hey, well the Lord, this is why this is happening. This prophecy is coming to pass. The Lord said. This
you may not necessarily be on the street.
No, I don't mean it that way.
You're gonna be ducked off,
exactly.
in the house somewhere.
It's still church.
Well, it's gonna be nothing else too. What are we gonna talk about? Sports? That shit done.
Right.
Everything else to talk about is done.
Y'all remember that chicken wing spot on the west side, man? Hell yeah.
A bitch scream outside. Like, well, see,
Scripture said that's your why. You gonna have, because people get annoyed by what we do now.
Yeah, right.
People get annoyed by the fact that everything that happens, our mind goes to a scripture.
Yeah, and that day they go, why is this happening? Matter of fact, it's gonna be super fucking quiet in that house. There ain't gonna be no fucking talking. Women gonna shut the fuck up, or else they gonna have to get that boot.
That's
serious
real.
shit. All right, bitch, you don't want to listen, you don't want to be quiet. Remove yourself.
Go figure it out on your own. Go figure it out.
Yeah.
See, right now we get scoffed to scorn for our pursuit of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Right.
But it matters. See what happened to Nate. They wouldn't have got caught in that situation if they applied wisdom.
Right.
Go ahead with it.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 9. It's going into what I just read in Ecclesiastes about the sun going down, but leading on to the famine. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will cause the sun to go down at noon, and I will darken the earth in the clear day, and I will turn.
Go ahead.
And I will turn your feasts into mourning, and all your songs into lamentation. And
he's doing that, is he not?
Yeah.
These people ain't more like everybody. I said this years ago, and I'm starting to realize more people are saying it. I'm not saying like I'm the soldier boy to shit, but man, like damn, man, all my favorite artists is in jail or dead. Why you think the Lord doing that? Why you think the Lord killing all these artists? Because what do music do to you? Every man out here got a song that if you play that shit right now, man, listen. Man, if somebody play, hey, all right, nigga for a second. Play Mo 3, scared outside, man. That shit'll bring tears to your eyes. I'm just being real in the spirit of music. The Lord is killing all that energy for you to be able to lean on your faith, some type of comfort. Ain't no comfort coming to you through music no more. You get what I'm saying? The only song that you're gonna get comfort from is this song.
Right, baby.
So the Lord is destroying all of that, man. He's bringing all of it low. So like you said, what we gonna be talking? You thinking that in a time of Jacob's trouble, you're gonna be tucked off in an abandoned factory? You might be on the 5th floor in a room, like what the fuck going on? And you're gonna be talking about what? LeBron versus man, LeBron is the greatest player ever, man.
LeBron, who the fuck is LeBron?
Come on, man. You're gonna be worried about. You're gonna be prophesying to him, preaching to him. You're gonna be in the spirit.
This is why we need to shut up. Tell the folk, hey, this is why we have to ask for wisdom. Be quiet. The scripture say about holding your tongue, man.
Exactly, man. All right, where we at?
This is Amos 9 and verse 10. And I will turn your feasts into mourning, and all your songs into lamentation. And I will bring up sackcloth upon all loins, and baldness upon every head.
Mourning. That's what that really is going into. All right? Mourning and being in a low place. Lamentation.
This is the book of Lamentations.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it. Just said.
So again, that's what these people are, man. Like I said, I posted a video, I don't know if some brothers probably saw it, where it was recession juice.
Oh, yes. They ain't have no name, it was just some color.
It was a color, orange, blue juice, red juice. It was a whole refrigerator just as it
Sugar water with food color.
No, it was red.
It was just juice.
Sugar water with food
Okay.
color.
It was purple, red juice, blue juice, orange juice. And I ain't talking about Simply's orange. I'm talking about just the color. These places, that's that morning state, man. See, food put a spirit on you. Me and you was talking about that before too. You can't be in a bad mood eating a good steak.
Man, steak can change your fucking.
You can't. That's why he sold out for a steak. Steak make you feel, man, listen, man, a good steak, you can't be in a bad mood eating a steak or afterwards. It puts you in a good mood. Automatically, however you feel about it. That's why the Lord said he's gonna bring a famine. Because you know these people are not gonna be able to lean on anything. You're not gonna lean on food. You're not gonna lean on music. You're not gonna be able to lean on these bullshit philosophies. The internet. You're not gonna be able to lean on none of that. Drugs, food, whatever. Think about it. Sugar, caffeine.
You know what? Like you said,
No weed, y'all.
these fucking devils.
No Zaza.
They gonna be the first ones to crumble. Cause Jake know how to go without. Jake live in a house with no lights or no water. Go a couple of days with the lights off.
Yep.
Eat noodles for lunch and not eat to the next day. For real. You white people ain't built like that, man. Y'all
Man.
niggas is luxurious.
Man.
Your paycheck to paycheck is not like ours, bro. For real.
Your broke is not our broke. See, Esau's broke is Esau's broke is when they got to go into savings. Niggas don't have savings.
Saving. Jake don't even know how to spell it.
Come on, man. You got something, Priest?
Yeah, I got some. This is Jeremiah 16. Jeremiah 16 and 9. It says, For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes
I love that scripture.
and in your days the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom.
Because a major transition is going to occur. Isaiah 65 tells you that what? That his servant shall rejoice. But before we can rejoice, you niggas and you people are going to have to be in mourning and lamentations and woe and in the sackcloth, as the scriptures say, crying, casting dust on your face. That's where y'all are going. Confusion.
Shit gonna have to hit the fan.
Oh yeah. You go ahead.
It says, the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride. And this shall come to pass when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore or why hath the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us?
That's what we're here to do. Proclaim these points. Cause see, everybody knows bad is here, bad is coming. They see the bad coming, but they can't proclaim it. They can't tell you where it's coming from. Why is it happening? See, there's a lot of comfort. We suffer here. We suffer for the comfort that the Lord gave us. But man, come on, man. I thank the Lord every day. Hey, I thank the Lord that I'm not an African American, man. African Americans are cooked. They don't know what the hell is going on. They're the ones whose mirth shall be taken away. People hate us because we take everything too serious in their eyes.
There's a spirit that comes with being an African American.
It is.
Number one, we're not African, and number two, like we're talking about, America's going down. Right? We're talking about the spirit of America that capitalists, I can overcome and be somebody. That spirit of I can be great.
Yep.
And I can leave a legacy. That spirit is circling the drain. You know, if people are complaining about rising egg prices, imagine what's going to happen when you can't get the egg. Hell, you can't even get to the store. That's the type of evil that's coming. And we're telling you this out of the scriptures, out of the Bible.
See, the scriptures say, also preach, the scriptures speak about that the merchants of the world shall mourn and lamentate when this place gets destroyed, man.
Yeah, all the companies, all the businesses. Like, well, what is going on now with the terrorists? You know, the majority, well, the video that you posted, about 90% of the beef comes from Australia.
Yeah, most of our beef come from Australia.
Them Australian merchant, them farmers, they're gonna mourn when they see Babylon the Great destroyed. Okay?
Shit, 90%. 90%.
Maybe 95, I think.
It was like $3 billion worth of beef
like
a year
almost 3 billion.
gets shipped from Australia to just America.
Australia's economy probably gonna struggle behind it.
And that's just Australian beef. That don't mean you don't get beef from nowhere else.
Right. 3 billion.
You know?
But that's just one item. Like, think about it. Like, Americans have lost sight of how much of the shit in your house, your business, how you make your money, where you spend your money at, is all from a foreign place.
I saw this. I was watching something. The lady on the news was talking about it's like 60% of majority of shoes.
Oh yeah. Oh
Everything's made in China or Vietnam.
Taiwan. You
And
understand?
that's just shoes.
Do you understand? Like,
Cheap Walmart type shit. You know what I'm saying?
prices are about to, man. That black horse, that black horse is about to get busy in Babylon.
Scales.
You about to really see how much it's gonna take of just a day.
They never talking about the night. The night means like the time limit supposedly for this tariff war. Imagine if that shit goes to 2 weeks.
Man, you go
3
ahead.
weeks.
Okay, because there's more.
Yeah.
It says, wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us, or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord our God? And this is what we've been telling you all this time. We're telling you, African Americans, Mexican Americans, Puerto Rican, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we've been telling you that you're the Israelites. The fact that you are acknowledging God and Jesus Christ, that's the worship of another God.
That's it, man.
All right?
It's not like you, man.
You can't call upon God, he does not hear you. You can't call upon Jesus, his son does not hear you. Right? We're telling you, you're Hebrew Israelites.
You got to be in, as the scriptures say, woe unto you that covereth with a covering that the Lord didn't give you. Matter of fact, somebody get that.
Yeah, Isaiah 30.
Yeah, get
Isaiah
that, man.
31.
Somebody hold that. Because that's a
Right?
penalty, is what the priest is going into. You got to.
Because if you're not acknowledging what we're saying out of the Bible, that's a sin. Hey, everybody talks about the laws of the Bible.
Right,
The laws of the Bible says you got to acknowledge the prophet and take heed to his word.
They revile not your rulers.
Right? And Deuteronomy 18, we're talking about Yahweh Shai, but guess what? We're also in the stead of Yahweh Shai.
Romans 8. We're joint heirs unto Yahweh Shai.
Right. We're all connected together. We're all as one. So if you don't listen to us, then you're going to be cast out. There's more. It says, then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, saith the Lord Yahweh, and have walked after other gods, Jesus and Allah, right? And have served them,
Yahweh, Yeshua.
Yahuwah, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law, and ye have done worse than your fathers. The Israelites of the day have done way worse than what we did in the ancient world.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. We did worse. It's crazy. Us in punishment and captivity did worse than what it took to get us into captivity. And you think the Lord just gonna come back and just like sit amongst you and play 2K? You out of your fucking mind, man.
And there was a point, right? There was a point when you read in the history, whenever the Lord brought captivity upon Israel and he sent a judge among them to rescue them, the nation turned back. The nation ain't turning back this time.
That's real.
Only the elect is going to turn back to the Lord. So the rest of you niggas, y'all too far gone. Right? Isaiah also said, ye are revolted and gone.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? It says, therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that ye know not. And that happened. We're in America
Here we are.
now. neither ye nor your fathers, and there ye shall serve other gods day and night, where I would not show you favor. Where was God in slavery? The Lord wasn't showing us favor in slavery. That was a punishment. Okay? But thanks to the Lord allowing men like Elder Albert Bibbins, right? The school at One West, the teachers that came out of it, us belonging to the apostles,
Entering into that
right?
labor.
Right, entering into their labor here at Great Millstone. We've been set up to teach and bring hope to the hopeful elect. Okay? The remnant. The rest of our people that don't take heed, just as they didn't take heed in the ancient world, and the captivity and the kings and the nations came against them, Esau's going to come against them in this time now.
Like we were saying, Priest, I don't know if you saw downtown by Underground. It's a big four day. While Esau on the other side of the building protesting, they protested.
Oh, yeah, they protested.
They going hard. It's April 5th across the country. It's an anti-Trump protest across the country today.
So hey, you know, people are not acknowledging.
And that's why, you know what? But the way they bunched up over there partying and bullshitting, when all hell breaks loose, that's why the Lord gonna get us off the streets. Because it's gonna be mobs of these people looking for answers. The Lord ain't about to have us. The Lord speaks about it being mobs of people, but through the Spirit, you can see the Lord gonna get us off these streets before tens and hundreds of millions of people, hundreds of thousands, excuse me. Imagine 100,000 people right here. What would we do?
Right.
We would be swallowed up by the crowd, man. I don't give a damn how good y'all think y'all holding post. You can't. It ain't that much post to hold if of 100,000. If 20,000 people come from this way, 20,000 from that way, 20,000 from that way. Oh no. You gonna need the Lord. Go ahead.
Land backing up what the priest was saying. Second Ezra chapter 1, in verse 5. It says, "Go thy way and show my people their sinful deeds." It says, "And their children their wickedness as they have done against me, and they may tell their children's children, because the sins of their fathers are increased in them." You know, so like the elders were saying, hey, wickedness is at an all-time high right now. You know, and we see it on a daily basis. You know, just going off. You know, and we in a righteous mentality, so it's like we don't, it just like register within our minds that this place is wicked.
You
know,
Habakkuk, go straight from there to Habakkuk 1 and I would say 3 or 4.
Chapter 1.
No, I want 3. Show me 3. Start at 3, go to middle.
Habakkuk 1 verse 3. It says, "Why dost thou show me iniquity and cause me to behold grievance?"
That's all we do, all day, every day. We just be grieved by the bullshit that we see, all day, every day. So like the brothers are saying, hell yeah, this society is, man, the sins and the wickedness of this society, I don't believe you could take all the kingdoms of old and add them up together, and I don't think it would add up to this.
Hey, well, when you read Revelation 18, it says that sins have reached unto heaven.
Yeah, man, you gotta think, man. You can think of 1,000 reasons why America is more wicked than Babylon, Assyria, Egypt, you know, all those kingdoms. But I give you one reason, one thing that makes America more wicked than all of it: the internet. The internet alone.
yeah.
Come on, man. There's things that we see and witness and conversation. Bro, in the ancient world, if you wanted to go off, sin, you had to travel.
You had to consciously get out of your home and take your feet in your horse, and you had to travel to go.
Yeah, to go to Corinth or somewhere off.
Or go amongst the nations, right?
Yeah.
Basically you had time to think about what the fuck you were gonna do. Now, you just open your phone and all kind of,
And
the bossry just pops up.
A couple of years ago, you know, we used to speak heavy on the dark web. Now you can just fucking open up Twitter.
Nigga, Twitter is the dark web. Twitter is the dark web.
The internet is the dark web.
X. That's real.
All these social media sites is the dark web.
YouTube is the dark web.
All in one place.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's the? Hey, matter of fact, I said YouTube. Kids' YouTube is definitely the dark web.
that shit there wicked as fuck.
Kid YouTube is worse than regular YouTube.
Man, you got kids, man. You gotta watch that shit.
That shit is worse. Man, what? You put that shit on
Shorts is even worse.
you put it on Gracie and Gracie in, and then it'd be some bullshit that follow. It'd be like, man, what is this? The internet. This place is dark, man. So we grieve it. You be scrolling, minding your business, and then some bullshit pop up.
Here you're looking at recipes and there's something else something totally unrelated is gonna pop up.
Right. You can't unsee that shit. So we always grieve. How long? This is what Habakkuk was talking about, and we in this same spirit today. Go ahead.
It says, why dost thou show me iniquity and cause me to behold grievance?
Behold it. We see iniquity all day, every day. Go to our job, on the phone, with our family.
Matter of fact, if I can read it in the NLT.
Yeah, you got it.
It says, Habakkuk 1:3. It says, must I forever see these evil deeds? Why must I watch all this misery?
Watch. We watching. Right?
Be out here seeing people, we be like, damn, man. Sometimes you be angry, like, oh man, come on and destroy these people. And then another time a spirit hits you, you be like, Lord really need to walk your ass like old Yeller to the field and put a shot in the back of your head. A lot of people are dead already.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people need death. Like they're vegetables, but they're not vegetables, if that makes sense.
Functioning cucumbers.
Functioning cucumbers. That's a real shit. He just made it up. Yeah, that's the spirit.
Vegetative state of mind.
Scripture say, he that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Right.
We're really amongst fucking dead people.
Yeah, the sixth sense.
Yeah.
We see hella dead people.
It says, wherever I look, I see destruction and violence.
Wherever we look, every time you cut the news on. Y'all got that ring? If you got a ring, no, man, a ring always letting you know some bullshit happening.
They gonna go all day,
Bro, hey, you know what? They be mostly white people on there too.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all hear that boom? Like, yeah, bitch, shut up. I be wanting to get on there and be like, comment, like, man,
Shut the fuck up. Me
Why don't
too.
you go outside and look and see why there's traffic outside?
Like some nigga got his TV turned off at the McDonald's off of Panola. Niggas on the ring talking about, hey, somebody got shot at the McDonald's. Do you know what happened? Oh yeah, man. Let me get in my car, drive up there to get some pictures for you. Like, shut up. But we behold and we witness all this misery, all this violence, all of this pain. Understand, we take it all in.
Oh, let me finish. It says, I am surrounded by people
We feel
who
forever.
love to argue and fight.
Oh wait, what? Say that again.
I am,
Wait. Say that again.
it says, I am surrounded by people who love to argue and fight.
That's the internet.
Yeah.
That is every nigga.
World star.
No, take it further. 50-50 conversations.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
Black
debates.
conversations are
Debates.
all arguments and what ifs and hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Niggas be on the niggas be on the internet arguing all goddamn day.
Oh, well, pop the balloon. That's nothing but an argument between. That's just a conflict and a fight between what you prefer to, what a woman or a man prefers to the eye, or what they hear at first. You know.
And then what we do?
Not really getting the understanding. Just
Yep.
pop.
And then what do the people that view it do? They be in the comments. See this bitch here? I hate this bitch. This bitch is proud. Then the man, see, I don't like that nigga. That nigga look like a bitch.
Or the rent debate. If the nigga can't pay my rent, and then it's always around the first of the month when they want to.
By the 28th is where a real man would.
Say you need help.
And then what happened? And then it be 30,000 impressions under a tweet.
Right.
It be 400 comments of strangers arguing with each other.
5.2K likes.
5.2K likes of just people on the comments just arguing with each other. Mind you, these people, you got one nigga arguing with somebody, y'all are in different time zones.
Niggas in a different
Oh
country.
yeah.
Different countries.
Yeah, right.
But argue. Read that again.
It's Habakkuk 1 verse 3.
Because this is how you know that we're in the end. Everybody's fucking arguing.
Matter of fact, let me start at verse 2. Habakkuk chapter 1 verse 2 in the NLT. It says, how long, O Lord, must I call for help? But you do not listen.
That's how you be feeling. Ain't that the truth, bro? Y'all be feeling like that, don't you? Be real.
Yeah. That's the groaning.
That's that. This is, see, you got to be real with your walk. It's easy to be around brothers and gotta be carrying it. No, your ass be in that car, and you be like, what's my man in Boys of the Hood? Trey. You be Trey. Come on, man. Come on, we gotta be real.
It's always something.
It's always something you be like, man, what the Lord, man? We just gotta sit and watching it. I be having, that's how I be in it, like Lord, we gotta watch these niggas bike up and down this street another year, another summer.
It's a blessing the Lord took us from fucking 5 points.
Oh,
I'm about to say, used to bike every day. Who was that at? That was 5 points with his bike.
Niggas on Saturday, them niggas like 75 deep. Running through fucking camp.
you would have you had the biker boys, then you had the Crown Vic niggas.
Niggas on dubs.
Challenger niggas.
Then you got the Challenger niggas. Then the Jeep niggas gotta come. Then the
old niggas on the bikes.
All the
gotta come.
old niggas on the bikes gotta come.
They loud ass speakers
Wow.
playing fucking what's that
Never too
song?
much, never too much.
What's that fucking song?
Oh my
Computer
God.
Love. Like, man, shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah, I'm glad the Lord moved us over here. 5 Point, we would have been caught a body at 5 Point. Was there any more? Where you at?
It says, verse 2 says, how long, O Lord, must I call for help? But you do not listen.
Yeah, they be feeling like that. They be like, Lord, man.
It says, violence is everywhere. I cry, but you do not come to save.
They be like, Lord, you don't see this shit.
No, for real.
Sometimes you be so angry and that complaint. You be like, man, Lord, you don't see this shit. You don't see how these
Sign and
pretty
crying.
sure
Was it Ezekiel 9 and 4? Sign and crying.
I'm telling you, I'm being real.
It says,
It ain't always pretty, man. You ain't always gonna be in the house and just. Sometimes your woman in your ear telling you about the bullshit she done seen and going through her day.
right.
You just be like, man, so much complaints and bullshit come your way. I be like, hey man, everybody just gotta die. That's my answer to everything. Hey, they just gotta die.
Right. I gotta keep reading.
Go ahead.
Verse 3 says, must I forever see these evil deeds? Must I watch all this misery? Wherever I look, I see destruction and violence. I am surrounded by people who love to argue and fight. Verse 4 says,
I'm sorry. That's Israel. That's you Israelites in the truth too. Right? Just debate after debate after debate. Is Paul's letters validated? Can you prove? I don't need to prove to no Egyptologist how I'm an Israelite. I told you I'm an Israelite. I'm not sitting here trying to figure out why you say you in a damn Egyptian. But they'll set up in debates and argue about it. Captain Tazariak and Zakari and they'll do it. You know, arguing for no reason. Scripture says the men of the Lord. Well, first of all, Yahweh himself, he came and he spoke with authority. That authority was given to Peter and the rest of the apostles, and has rested upon us as well. No, nigga, we telling you're an Israelite.
Right.
Ain't no debate about it.
Right.
Okay?
That's right.
We telling you the name of the Lord is Yahweh. We telling you his name is Yahweh.
That's
we
it.
telling you the so-called white man is Esau. He's gonna be destroyed. This is the 12 tribe sign.
Yep.
We're not out here to reason back and forth. No, we're telling you.
Take information from you.
Right?
We're sure. We're sure of it.
Like the Apostle Paul said, this is a lecture. We're telling you the information. You either get it or you don't get it. That's it.
Oh, when you got the teachers and just say your professors in college or whatever, they not asking you what you think about it. This is the formula. This is what it is. I'm going to put it on the board. You're going to have a test on it, and you got to get this. You got to study this and understand this. That's what we're presenting to you people, man. We have the truth. This is what it is, okay? The Heavenly Father, Yahweh, His Son Yahweh Shai. This is the way we move. This is it. You get it or not, and then we move forward. That's it.
It's that simple.
It really is.
It's Titus 3 and 9. But avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law, for they are unprofitable and vain.
That's right. What you say? Avoid those contentions. Right?
Avoid them. Yes.
Avoid the foolish questions.
Yep.
Can you tell me, brother? What? What? No, that's all
Yeah,
I'm
basically.
Can you tell me, brother? All right. What? I thought that the Israelites did not exist. Can you prove to me
Then they gonna
out of that Bible?
Put a big ass fucking mic in your
And they
face.
put a mic in your face and want you to prove it. I ain't gonna prove shit. I'm not here to prove. I'm here to tell you. Now, of course, we know the scripture say prove all things, but I'm gonna come out of the word with it. You either believe it or you don't believe it.
Right. That's it.
You know?
Really just that simple.
Because we are faith-based people, man. First off, it all begins with faith. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures validate our faith.
But it's not blind faith.
Right.
Right.
Because we see as
see the Lord
prophecies
working.
are made manifest, we see that. And guess what it does? It boosts our faith even more.
That's why we said that faith. That's why all of this bullshit, all these stupid ass questions. The Lord, but listen, man, when your stomach is growling like a tiger in the jungle, all right, you ain't worrying about them dumbass questions.
Right.
That's what the Lord really about to do. The Lord about to bring a new distraction on you for you niggas, man, and that's hunger. The Lord about to take over. Yeah, you ain't about to have no energy in your mind to be talking about bullshit and making videos when your ass is hungry.
Or you starving. It is you starving. It's a food shortage, right? Forget about, not eating a steak. You're not gonna be able to eat. You might not find a pack of ramen noodles in that day.
Find a can of
You know, unless you take the implant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
MOTV.
Right.
Then you can get the access.
Right.
But the point is, here is you're starving. You're not going to be trying to find your garment. Where are my fringes?
Right.
I need my
Come on,
fringes. Then the Lord, no, you're going to be trying to figure out what's the name of the Lord that could call upon.
Right.
Right.
Send up a prayer.
You're not, God and Jesus Christ, the fucking Edomite that's been.
Next to you gonna be sending up the same prayer.
He's sending up the same prayer. God save me. Jesus save me.
Jesus, please feed my family.
You know, here it is. He's been a devil. Here it is. Your Edomite boss is praying to God and Jesus Christ, and your black
That's
ass
crazy.
praying to God and Jesus Christ. You know. So now is
The KKK pray to Jesus Christ.
Is he gonna save both of y'all? But he's an Edomite and you're an Israelite.
Right.
So is he gonna be biased? Did not Scripture talk about those that call upon him? The Lord will answer? No. That can't be the way then. This is why it's important to call upon the name of the Lord in Hebrew.
Right. That's right.
We're not even worrying about whether or not or you were doing so many marches throughout the year, and you satisfied your 501c3. No. And I'm talking about the IUIC.
Right.
Okay? You're going to have to call upon the names of the Lord in the Hebrew to be delivered. That will make you a distinct voice to the Heavenly Father for him to save you.
Now the scriptures say in Proverbs 18 and 10 that the name of the Lord is a strong tower and the righteous runneth into it. And they're saved. Now,
No. Edomites too.
No.
Right? They know the name of God and Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right.
They're gonna run into it. But wait, the Edomites are the wicked. But it said the righteous.
what they
Come
talking
on,
about?
man.
I was gonna say, when you think about a building, like this building might have one password or passcode to get into it.
No, I'm saying.
It ain't 40 passcodes to get into the building, man.
Right.
We see that all the time. Like these dumbasses right here trying to get in. They ain't got the code. They only here trying to pull the door open.
You think it's 30? You think it's 100 codes to get in the same door? That's crazy. The scriptures say the Lord's name. All right, the name is a passcode to get salvation in that time. All right. Go ahead.
This is the book of Habakkuk chapter 1 verse 4 again in the NLT. It says the law has become paralyzed and there is no justice in the courts.
Yeah.
The wicked far outnumber the righteous so that justice has become perverted.
Hey man, nobody's looking for righteousness out here. We're in a sea of wickedness. All right, these people out here aren't seeking after the Lord. That's why I said, really, when you get to it, the only answer to all these problems is that the Lord got to kill off people. Majority of these people just got to be killed off. All right. Now, if you could, let's go to Revelation 6 and get the black horse. Because these tariffs, and somebody look up tariff too, because a lot of people don't necessarily know how to define or really what a tariff is. See, really what Nate said years ago is about to come to pass. China and these countries are about to actually bring embargoes onto America. Remember Nate talking about the mark of the beast, embargoes and shit? Well, let's see.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah.
Because it's going to come to pass. His idea of the MOT of the MOTB, he said many years ago, is it an embargo?
Yep.
But we're
big nations, small nations.
But we're going to experience somebody look that word up too. I want to see tariffs and embargo.
Tariffs.
All right, go ahead with the tariff.
All right, this is tariff. AI overview. It says tariff is a tax imposed by a government on goods imported from another country.
So like we said, we use the example of Australian beef. Australian beef is imported here. We import Australian beef to here. So what it's going to do is, this is the whole make America great again type thing. And the idea of it, now I'm glad you're standing right here because you can speak on this actually. Because most of our beef we've established, damn near 80% of our beef comes from Australia. They're pushing you to basically buy American beef.
Right.
You think these cattlers are just going to pop up tomorrow
and have a ready cow?
And have ready cows and ready beef for you to buy in the next few weeks, a few days, a few months to counter these tariffs that are going to be implied?
Oh, I'm sorry. It has that too. What's been happening with the American farmland, from the droughts to the heavy rain seasons to
Cattle died mysteriously, a bunch of died a few years back.
To the what happened with 2020 and the crisis.
Oh, Trump ordered a lot of the harvest too to be done away with too. Just go ahead.
So you got that happen. Plus, when America was able to grow and supply its citizens with that type of, with U.S. grown, I mean, you're talking about what? Pre-World War I.
I'm about to say damn near 100 years ago.
Pre-World War I, maybe post-World War II. For what, maybe a decade or so? In between? You gotta remember the Depression in the 30s. We was at war in the 40s.
29 to 39 was the Great Depression.
Great Depression. So you're talking about when America was there. And then now you're talking about, what, over 300 million? Population was lower.
People were more self-sustained.
And then people were able to have a certain amount of we don't got sharecroppers no more.
People don't get this. Like,
people don't farm. It ain't, you can't just go out and just get an acre of land. Remember, the gold standard was taken away. The silver dollar was taken away. America's been in debt since the 60s. It's not the same. The American way of life isn't the same when America could. That's why he wants to put we got to put the tariffs up. They pay us more money. We can provide more for America. But it's just, that ain't gonna work.
Because the idea is these simple ass Americans, specifically you red hat wearing Americans.
That's Trump too.
You believe that make America great again. Do you realize all the industries that supply it? See, I need somebody else to look up this. We're gonna go through a few different things. Look up gross domestic product, GDP. Get a definition of gross domestic product. Because see, these things, like the priest is going into, America don't supply shit no more. Do you understand? Like, majority of the stuff you get comes from around the world.
Right, we consume it.
We're not producing nothing.
Which makes us extremely vulnerable.
We all think the steel, you still believe the steel that's in these buildings is coming from Pittsburgh?
No.
So look,
The reality of it is a lot of Americans in the North, they get their energy from Canada.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
yeah, I had a lot, like in the past 2 months, I've had like 2 things that I bought come from overseas.
Yeah.
One from Germany, I had to go to Germany, Frankfurt. Then guess where it had to be shipped? China.
China.
Then I bought something recently.
Yep.
It came from, 3 things. 2 of them come from Japan. This is where they had to go through. China.
Yep.
Hey,
You know
even
why?
Just to get here.
Wait,
No, I was gonna say,
Just to get here to the States.
you know why?
And be trucked to
But
Atlanta.
China have the ownership of the ports, man. That's being here. That import when stuff get imported here into the United States, who own that? China.
Especially Californians.
Yeah, especially in California, man. China own this stuff. See, so America sold it to them.
Yeah.
And they was like, hold on, we made a big mistake, but it's too late
It's
though.
too late, man.
When you sign your name on the dotted line, it's too late after that. You signed that shit.
Now I'm gonna add to you. The American beef that is the cows that is grown in America. You know that cow gets shipped. It gets shipped to China and gets processed over there. And then where does it come back to? Here.
Come back.
People don't really understand how intertwined America is with other countries. So for this whole idea, you thinking that you just gonna, that's it. Support America, that's it.
Yeah.
This ain't 19, like the priest said, this ain't
1940.
1940.
No, man.
This ain't 1920 no more.
Yeah, man.
This ain't, you ain't eating American, your foods are not, who go to the farmers, your Decatur's farmers market? Go into your Decatur's farmers market.
Different countries.
All that food that you see in there, they'll put a sticker over it. Yeah, these onions come from Costa Rica.
There ain't nothing but heathens working in there.
This apple come from here. These avocados come from Mexico.
Right.
Most of our food it's not grown here.
When you think about it, you got container ships, right? All these container
Especially quality
ships.
shit.
These containers have they're refrigerated containers, meaning they can freeze this food. Containers. Why would you need containers that can freeze food? Because it's being shipped from overseas.
Most of our food gets shipped overseas before it actually comes to us. It goes overseas, gets processed, and then it comes back.
Then
to
it come back.
Yeah, and
Yep.
then not to mention, on top of the tariffs, the taxes on everything that's going back and forth, you still got to pay for that shit to go back.
Still gotta pay for it.
On top of 30%
Oh, yeah.
tax.
Because
yeah.
because as it says in
Oh, yeah.
Habakkuk, it says that their
$40.
desires is
There
as
it is.
hell.
$40.
So they're never going to take the hit
$40.
on these companies and corporations are not taking the hit on these tariffs and all these different things that's happening. These citizens are about to take it.
We're gonna have to pay for it.
You got any?
Recession juice.
You got some?
I got a
Bring it
precept
up.
when
Bring
you
it
said
up. No,
with the
bring out
tariffs.
precept. Yeah.
In Baruch, this is Baruch 3 and 8. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers which departed from Yahweh Shema
If
Shai."
you think you've been having payments kick your ass right now, we ain't seen shit yet.
Right.
We ain't seen shit. That's why we always preach to each other.
Yep.
You're supposed to be gaining enough faith right now when you see a bill be late or you be behind and you see the Lord get you through it. That's supposed to build your faith right now.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
man, we about to experience some real deal shit.
Oh yeah, that's why Trump said it's gonna get worse before it get better.
Remember he
Just
said-
hang in there.
Remember he said in his last term, he said what? It is the quiet before the storm.
But yeah, that's right.
He said that in his last term.
Yep.
He wasn't talking. Evidently, he wasn't talking about his last term.
Yep. Right.
It's about to get real ugly out here.
Yep.
Okay, that dark winter.
Yep. Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
You got any more to that word? I want Revelation 6:2 dealing with the black horse too. Any more to the tariffs?
I got one on tariffs.
Go ahead, bring it out.
It's the book of Ezra, chapter 4, and verse 12. And this is the ISV version, the International Standard Version. But it says, "May the king be advised that the Jews who came from you to us have reached Jerusalem and are
rebuilding a rebellious and wicked city. Having completed its walls and repaired its foundations, may the king be further advised that if this city is rebuilt and its walls erected, its citizens will refuse to pay tributes, taxes, and tariffs, thereby restricting royal revenues.
They're part of
So imagine in other
Restricted.
countries.
Yeah.
That's in the history when Israel was rebuilding the second temple.
Yep.
Right? But imagine these countries in this modern day that say to hell with America, we're not paying this or that. Or now what they're doing is they're imposing tariffs on America, you know what I'm saying, to fight back.
Yep.
And all that's going to do is just cause the people to pay more.
And like you read, that's going to mess up it said the royal revenue, but that's going to mess up what? What revenue? America's internal revenue
That's it.
and external revenue.
You got to remember the
You
scriptures.
said the GDP and
The scriptures categorize America. Like America is not in the scriptures by name America. It's Babylon the Great, the whore,
Yes.
the great whore, mother of harlot.
Yes.
This is what do you do with a whore? What does a whoremonger do with a whore? He makes money off the whore.
Yep. Yep.
America is a money maker for these international elite around the world. They make a lot of money off of this place.
Yep. Yep.
It's a big trick. That's why it's all about you. This is not about you being a producer. It's about you being a consumer so they can make money off of you. But like the priest is saying, at a certain point, you just say fuck it, and then beef just starts to go bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it just starts to rot. Chicken is gonna rot. Eggs is just gonna rot.
Yep.
Milk's gonna rot because there's no money to buy it.
That's it.
Everything's going up, but I'm paying. They ain't
The
going
fuck?
up.
So
Yeah.
what's going to happen is people are going to have to resort to stealing.
Yep.
You know?
Hey, people are gonna start stealing.
That's it.
Hey, well, like when you think about these stores right now, when you go to Publix, Walmart, when you go to certain stores, what is already there? They already have police presence there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's one farmer's market.
They go walking
You go in and there's a whole cop standing outside. You know, I remember I went in, I guess I was coming off from work or something or hit.
Yeah.
And I had my bag. Like, man, you can't bring it, like, man. You know, you can't bring your bag. Like, bro, they're trying to make sure that all that revenue stays in that store. You got a bag or a big old purse or not become you don't know, right, gym. Because it's a store and it's a gym right there. You know, I have my gym bag. So you can't have your bag. I don't
Can't have your bag,
come
yeah.
to the gym.
Yep.
Shit, these stores. Go on Walmart on the nigga side of town. Go to a nigga Walmart. Oh man, that bitch got there's cameras all through it. They got the police outside.
This is the reason why the Walmart employees gotta wear fucking body cams now.
Yeah.
They got the people, what do they call them? The assessment.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
They got people now at Walmart standing by the self checkout, and they're not necessarily like the Walmart employees, like the ladies. They're like somebody else watching, another eyes watching. It's cameras watching you. It's people watching you, making sure you ring up everything. Then there's people behind the door that's watching you. And then before you leave out, you gotta show your receipt. Nigga, they know, man. Listen.
That's what they had they had this guy on the news. I think he was going around North Georgia and he was taking these big boxes out of Walmart and he was filling them up with smaller items, and then he just pay for that one item and then walk out the store. But that's how they caught him though, because of all the security that they have.
Watching.
That's how they caught him.
Man, watch, petty theft is about to go through the fucking roof, man.
But
People
also
gonna
why
skip
California made them laws about petty theft.
Yeah.
About anything like
over a certain amount. They're not even gonna worry about
They don't worry
processing.
about it. Yeah.
Yep. I got something too. This is off of Google with the beef prices, right? It says trends suggest that prices would continue to surge throughout 2025 and beyond. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics in January, sirloin steaks prices averaged $11.97 per pound compared to $8.35 in 2019. The average price of ground beef stood at $5.55 per pound compared to $3.80 in 2019.
That's 2019.
Right, the pandemic, that's the new measuring stick.
It shot up after that. Yep.
You understand? You understand? Steakhouses are about to go out of business.
Yep. Yep.
STK, Ruth Chris,
Yep. Yep.
Morton's, these places about to go out of business. Five Guys is about to go out of business. Do you understand? They're not going to be able to keep up with the prices.
Yep.
People already complain about how expensive Five Guys is. You
Yep.
think
Yep.
will you go into Five Guys and pay $20 for a fucking burger?
Well,
Yeah.
no,
Everything
that's just the
separate.
burger.
That's just the burger.
Just
Yeah.
the burger. The fries
Fries
is another
separate.
$5-7.
Hey, you know what I'm gonna say, man? And for you bitches out here that want these fucking $400-500 dates and shit, you hoes you out of luck.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's over.
Oh, yeah.
That run is
It's
over. Ain't nobody dealing with that shit no more.
That's it's over with. I'd rather feed myself twice than feed you once, bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, you
Oh
hoes
yeah.
better get acquainted with a couple of them.
Oh yeah.
But that's where the attitude is.
Yep.
All right. So let's. You got a precept. Bring that
Yeah,
out.
this is,
Anybody got GDP? I want to get that too. I got you.
Yep, this is Revelation 18:7. How much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
And that's the spirit of America.
Yep.
America and you Americans, you have this spirit where it's like, nothing's gonna happen, everything's good, no worries, Hakuna Matata. Y'all just have all of this shit until what? These food prices gonna make it serious, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And
See,
really, that's really those that got a little bit of bread that's acting like that. The rest of us is like, man, what the fuck, man?
Right.
We already in our minds like, man, there's some shit about to go down.
Right.
Right. And everybody else, they got that cushion, that little bit of bread saved up. You know, it ain't affect y'all yet.
Right. Disposable,
But it's coming.
disposable income. Apostle Tara was speaking about that a few weeks ago. Having extra income for these type of things. See, everybody talk that shit about having 6 months of savings and emergency money. 80% of Americans don't even have $500 saved away for an emergency. That's like 80%.
You gotta skip
Do you understand all these cars that you see?
Yep.
If there's 100 cars right here, 80 of them don't got it.
Right.
That's the truth.
Right.
It's like how you said, it's only but really out of 1,000 people, maybe one can take this hit right now.
Right. Cause you gotta, like, number wise, if your just say if your bill's running 6,000, you just say your bill's running 6,000 a month.
Man,
That means 6 times 6. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to have $24,000 saved up.
yeah.
That's
real. That's unrealistic, man.
You don't have that. You know what
Nobody
I'm saying?
out here, they want you to believe that shit. So
Yeah,
that
man,
they want to
that
make
ain't-
you feel like you're inadequate because, like you said, you don't got $24,000 in a bank account
Right.
somewhere. Be for real.
Right.
A lot
Just
of you
to spend
people,
on bills.
a lot of you people don't even have enough food to get to Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
What are we talking about?
Right.
especially with these women. A lot of these women that stay in
Oh
these
man,
apartments.
the hell, man, these
These
women,
people, these
man.
men too.
Yeah.
You go in
Like
these
trap niggas
apartments,
Yeah.
go in the refrigerator, ain't nothing in there but a bottle of Voss water, last night's takeout.
That another nigga paid for.
Right, that another nigga paid for. Maybe a bottle of wine.
Right.
And some ketchup packets and plastic bottles. You ain't got shit.
Hey, well, they showed us that in a
That
lot
go
of
for men and
yeah,
women.
I gonna say
I know because I've seen it.
a lot of you younger
Like,
brothers,
I
you
put on
ain't
hard
see
fight.
this, but Bebe's kids. When he went to Bebe's crib, all she had in the refrigerator was roaches and baking soda. That's the truth, man. A lot of you niggas, man, watch, man. We said this years ago. These women gonna start offering you pussy in the grocery store
Oh yeah.
to pay for their food.
Yeah.
It's about to get, you understand? It's about to get serious.
rough.
They gonna
It's
be
get rough.
offering to blow your rod
Oh,
for
yeah.
bread.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Could you buy it, please? I have kids. Could you buy this? I did a lesson on this. I want to get that quote. I went to Publix over Panola last Sunday, and the wick was down. The wick was down, and the parking lot was emptied in a motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
I was going out, and you could see all the people that were reading the thing, like,
The bottom on the wall,
and turn right around.
I'm like, damn, wick.
Yeah. Yeah.
They couldn't even handle it. It's not even like they had enough money to say, hey, you know what, fuck it. Whenever you get up, I'll use it then.
They didn't
I'm
have
not even
enough
gonna waste this
regular
trip.
money,
That means you ain't have nothing.
Yeah.
You read that quote, go ahead with that.
It's a quote from Henry Kissinger. He says, control oil and you control nations.
You hear that? Control oil
Yep.
and you can control nations.
Yep.
That's what the nations are truly fighting over right now. Is oil control.
Or that's
This
it.
whole new world order, BRICS, all of this conflict at the top is about oil. Go ahead.
Control food and you control the people.
You hear that? Control food and you can control the people.
Right.
Because the average person, I keep saying, I gotta stop using that word average. The majority of you people, you can't go 2 or 3 hours without stuffing your mouth with something.
Right.
Even on the job.
Oh, especially these nigga women. Where my brother at? I ain't even gotta put that fat bitch's name on the out here. We used to work. I used to work with a brother and work with this bitch. And the brother is my witness. She just grazed through the whole day. She ate the whole day. You understand? Like a fucking cow. She ate the whole day. I'm not exaggerating. She was. Hey, I work with the brother as my witness. We had to have a meeting because these bitches wouldn't stay out of the cafeteria. Real talk. And the bitch got fired. A bitch got fired after the meeting because she couldn't stay out of the cafeteria from eating. You understand?
That goes to show that that's the importance of a famine, man. The importance of these prices going up, the shortages that's coming, the importance of this famine, okay, of food and water, man. That's the importance of it. It's gonna cause these people to get bugged the fuck out, man. That's the importance of it. It always have worked in the scriptures. Famine, shortage.
In famines in the ancient world, people was a lot stronger.
Way stronger.
They were way stronger. Do you understand?
Yes.
And the food was more nutrients.
Yes.
So like when you watch 300 Leonidas, 300 Leonidas was going to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was restoring himself with an apple.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing you eat right now that'll restore you in that level. So imagine then a famine.
Yep.
Bro, these people gonna bug out when they can't eat. And watch
Yes.
these women, man.
Yes.
Watch these women.
Yes.
Hey, but all leading back to that hour of temptation. This is the reason why majority of these people gonna line up
Oh yeah.
to go on and get that.
What?
Yeah.
Man, women gonna be the main ones in that line. They gonna be the main ones.
Right.
All right, read that quote again, man. That was from Henry Kissinger. He wasn't no little level devil.
Yeah.
It says control oil and you control nations.
Right.
Control food and you control the people.
That's right.
Control food and you can control the people, man. You understand that? A lot of our people think the so-called white man is a good person because he gives them food.
Right.
Although the food is poison,
Right.
it's chemicals and all kind of
Oh yeah. Lab
GMOs and bullshit.
Yeah,
but he
lab
gives it to
grown.
you, and you take it, and you like, see, if you ask a nigga about, a nigga will tell you, yeah, it's white people are good because he's remembering a time some old ass devil gave him muffins.
Yeah. Yeah.
We know these niggas.
Right.
Nigga, Esau brought homemade muffins to the job.
Niggas bitch brought muffins to the job, and he remembered that shit. So she's good with him to the end. All right. Now, what you got? Let's get that those other words.
GDP.
Yeah, get that, and then we're gonna go. Then we're gonna go to that Revelation 6. What's up? Oh,
Well, yeah.
he just trying to get the words.
Yeah. That's
It's
it.
the definition of GDP, which is gross domestic product. It says is the standard measure of the value added created through the production of goods and services in a country.
So when you hear these terms, when you hear the GDP of America, that's talking about like, get examples of what, look up the examples and speak on examples. Because see, how you measure how good a country is how well are people buying, a good measuring stick of how well people are doing in the country is, are they buying refrigerators? Are they buying dishwashers?
Yeah, electronic.
Are they buying washers and dryers?
Television.
Those are actual measuring sticks of economists to let you know how well people are doing. People out here, you think these people out here are able to go buy a $1,000 refrigerator, a $1,000 dishwasher?
Hey, if you can buy a new TV, you can buy a new computer, a new phone.
Yeah.
That's a measure because those are luxuries.
Yeah, they're big
You know?
ticket items.
Right.
Yeah. they're not gonna help you survive, you know, when
Right.
things are rough.
Right.
They're not gonna help you do that, you know.
You know, been looking to sell that damn
You be like, man, I got this laptop.
that damn MacBook Pro.
I got this Android or this iPhone. Because I need some cash, you know.
Yep.
You don't see fishing rods at an all-time high, you know.
Right.
You don't see wood burning stoves at an all-time high.
Cast iron stove.
Cast iron stove. You don't see none of that at an all-time high, you know. Those are what, you know what I'm saying, you know, like, look, when that day come, I'm trying to survive, man. I'm trying to, you know, set myself up or set, you know, my family up or set, you know, whatever.
Okay,
You know, to survive.
I got it.
You got it?
I got it. Yeah. So I asked ChatGPT, about what items are measured for the gross domestic product, and it reads again. Gross GDP measures the total value of all goods and services produced within a country during a specific period, usually a year or quarter. The main components measured for GDPs are consumption, which is spending by households on goods and services, including durable goods like you said, cars and appliances, non-durable goods, food and clothing, services. How many people out here have health care, how many people are able to pay for education, entertainment? These are all, this is what America, this is what is being measured. This is how you could tell how good a country is, all right? Investments, spending on capital goods that will be used for future products. Like we were saying earlier, this whole idea of causing these tariffs to force you to buy American. Well, Americans don't produce shit because Americans aren't in the position to make investments.
That's right.
You understand?
Right.
Who's that? Like I said, who's out here has the money to be like, yo, you know what? Niggas is like, yo, people need steel. So you know what? Yo, we gonna go out here, we gonna put $10 million into the steel factory in Oklahoma. Right? We ain't gonna make no money on it for the first 10 years, okay?
Yeah.
But then after the year 10, when we lose, when we get finished with our losses, then we'll make $250,000 a year.
Yeah.
Niggas can't do this shit.
Right. Right. It's not designed.
You understand?
And niggas can't invest in a food truck. You know what I'm
Niggas
saying?
can't even invest in, man, come on, man.
It's not designed for us, man.
Niggas can't even invest in a box truck.
You know what? I got
Right.
this,
All right, government spending. All right, net export. So this is when you hear these terms. This is how you get an understanding of what is it being measured here. Because this is what Esau is doing. He's affecting this. People can't invest. Merrill Lynch, JP Morgan just announced, man, recession happening this year, nigga.
Yeah. Yep.
They're not even trying to figure it out. Recession, nigga.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Yep. Yep.
They said it in
Yep. Foreclosures are up.
And it happened.
They're not even
Increasing.
playing.
I
All right.
remember.
So let's get that in Revelation.
I got something real quick.
Bring that out, and then we're gonna finish that Revelation 6. That we'll probably close up. I know it's okay.
Yeah, about 15 more.
Yeah.
Go ahead with your
This Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Right.
Right? So this place, like what we've been saying, this place is not the rest, right, for our people. All right? We don't have the money, we don't have the capital, and don't give us that. Y'all niggas need to support black-owned businesses.
Right.
You can't keep a business going longer than, what, maybe a year?
If you're lucky.
Right.
If you kind of know what you're doing?
Right.
And
No.
all these terrorists about to kick all you black businesses.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they about
yeah.
to kick all of you off the goddamn, off the, what is that? I'm about to say out of the yellow book.
Yeah, all of you shea, all you
I mean,
shea.
yellow paper.
Where the fuck you
No,
niggas
believe
shea
it,
butters
no,
coming
no,
from?
no, 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 no.
Every nigga got a shea butter business. Where you think that shea butter coming from?
Right.
Shea is not made in America.
Not American.
Hey, Mr. Incense Man, where you think your incense are coming from?
Nope. It's not
Matter of
here.
fact, get that in Revelation. I know you're reading that. Get that in Revelation, what is that, 18, and it lists all the things?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, go back to that, the water.
Oh,
This economy is about to tank,
Yep.
okay? Believe that.
Your Frankie Murray, you know.
Oh, that come from other
That's
parts.
not-
That ain't from here.
Oh, what's the sticks? The
Palo Santo.
Palo
Santo.
Santo
That ain't from
sticks.
here.
It's not coming from here. Nope. Nope.
Shit, all this.
Yep.
That's what we did right now. About it
You
towards
get a
the
small
end.
supply,
This
but
might be
yeah,
like $100 a day, $100 burn right here.
Oh, yeah. The charcoals. Like you said, your charcoals. when you looking up these other guys and they in these caves and they chunking off them coals.
They mining
That's
gold.
that's where that shit coming from.
Himalayan salt does not. There's no
It ain't coming
Himalayan
from
mines
here.
in America, y'all.
Right.
Salt about to go up.
Nope.
All right.
You know what you're getting at?
This
Fake
is,
salt.
Oh yeah, you are. Everything about to get remixed.
Yeah.
That's why the Lord had to take you on Scooter. He the jug king. Esau about to jug the shit out of you. He about to sell you all kind of remix.
Yep.
Yep.
So, it's a remix.
This is Revelation
He about to
18
remix everything.
and 11. It says, "And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore."
Now we understand that this is speaking about the thermonuclear destruction of this place. But leading up to that, these merchants are about to feel it.
Right.
Because see, I can't remember the term. It's an economic term where, like, for instance, like coffee and tea, I get coffee prices shot through the roof. If a tall cup of coffee,
Commodities.
if a tall cup of coffee shot up to like $8 a cup, you ain't gonna buy that shit. You ain't about to. Who out here about to buy a small cup of coffee for $10?
For $10. Yeah. No.
Which you're not gonna do that. The average person's not gonna do that. But what they'll do is you'll switch over and be like, man, but let me see your tea options.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even before then, these industries are about to fail because ain't nobody about to spend. Are you gonna spend $20 for ground beef, a pound of ground beef?
Oh.
Are you gonna spend $40 for chicken breast?
Right. It ain't even gonna be an option. It's just you can't afford it.
You just can't afford it. You're not gonna try to. You gonna try to?
Right.
You gonna work all day for chicken breast?
In the medical field, what they do, they go for a cheap. It's called generics. They go to the generic version.
Yeah.
That's what they gonna be. They go like,
We already there.
Where's the generic? Ain't no generic left.
But you know what? That's the recession juice.
Esau wanna,
That's the
Generic is the recession juice.
that's why Esau wanted to do 3D printed meat.
Yep.
Make your ass eat
That's why.
eat
Yeah, they got a
roach
patent
milk.
on it.
Oh, he came out and said Chick-fil-A is now not serving real meat. Guess what Jake did? The numbers continue to rise.
Yeah,
and
niggas
I'm still going there to get that. And then they say it tastes even better.
But the prices,
Oh, yeah.
that price spec is what's going to destroy this. Keep going, brother.
Yeah, it says in the merchant, verse 12, it says the merchants of gold and silver and precious stones.
Yeah, all this stuff does not come out of America, man. If you are in a position to buy a real 14 karat gold chain or whatever, please believe that gold did not come from America.
Nope.
All right, keep going.
Yep, it says in fine linen. I'm sorry, in pearls and fine linen. and
Pearls,
purple.
fine linen,
Yep.
your great clothes, good clothes,
Yep.
silks, cashmere. Listen, true cashmere,
Linen.
true cashmere only comes from sheep that are grown or raised,
Right.
bred in Iran.
Right.
So again, even when you get clothes, it's not coming from here. The average person does not realize how 80 to 90% of everything that you own, the parts of it, the making of it, all of it comes from overseas.
You said that sheep. What comes from sheep?
Cashmere.
Cashmere comes from sheep. Well, you
Specific
have
sheep.
Specific sheep. And guess what? Those sheep, you're going to only shear them sheep once a
certain
year.
time of year, yeah.
You can only shear them once a year. That's
So
it.
Everything about the man,
Everything's about to go up.
Yeah.
everything about
Once
to
a
go
year.
up.
Everything's going
Yep.
up.
Right.
iPhones. They was talking about the iPhones from $1,600 to.
Oh yeah, the whole point of a tariff is to cause you to buy American. What American? Who makes them? Who makes cell phones in America? You know the company? If you had to go buy an American cell phone,
Oh.
you know the company?
Niggas ain't around no more.
I looked it up. There's one company. It's like some American Liberty phone or some shit like that. But specifically that phone is used by government officials.
Oh,
That need security purposes. That can't use iPhones and shit like that. But
No,
where are you going to go get your phones at? What phones? You go on the iPhone, you on the T-Mobile, wherever your phones come from over there.
Well, even if they make the phone over here,
The parts.
the microchips are sourced over there in Southeast Asia.
yes.
Taiwan, Thailand. So, you know, like for example, right? Apple used to use Samsung, which is Korea's, microchips in their phones.
Yeah,
You know?
Now you do
Now
have
they got the new Apple import chip, but guess what? They're still outsourced.
still out. They have companies here but they're not on that level. They have companies here that make chips, and for all these, but they're not on the level of where they mass producing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's
Man, watch it over the next few
Small
weeks, a few
business.
months, man.
it's finna get yes.
That's why I said, I'm about to say after the night,
Yeah.
this coming up week,
Yeah.
we gonna see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah. Yep.
We really gonna test you people out.
Yeah.
This small little test coming up soon, man.
Yeah.
Can I finish this out?
Yeah, go ahead.
Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
Oh, if it's polluted, that means it's not original. It's not original. If it's polluted, that means it all kind of imperils. You got all kind. You got all kind of right. It's corrupted. You got all kind of other feces coming into it. It's making it polluted. It's not a durable.
It's not a clean area.
It's not clean, man. It's corrupted. Go ahead.
That was it on yours?
Oh, that was it.
So let's finish that.
Yeah, it says in purple and silk and scarlet.
Yeah, all these things don't
purple.
come from here. Silk, purple. All right, scarlet, a lot of these, all these items, man. And watch. And like I say, this pride, you got these simple ass Americans that believe, oh, this is good, it's gonna cause Americans to support Americans. America ain't got shit. They don't produce shit.
Them niggas gonna be out of stock soon.
People don't even realize that, you know, one of our biggest exports, is trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of America's biggest exports is trash.
Yep.
We don't produce shit here. These people are consumers.
Yep.
And if you produce something, it's a woman producing. Like I say, we got 1 billion shea butter companies.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
We got 1 billion t-shirt companies.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, niggas don't make shit. When you go to Home Depot, how much of that shit in Home Depot you think is made in America? You think Coke is made in America?
Nope.
The only producer that might make they shit, and I bet you, like we've been saying all day, is outsourced, is GE.
Yeah. Yep.
Georgia, was it
General
General Pacific?
Oh, yeah, General Pacific.
Yep.
And
Georgia Pacific, whatever. it is.
Georgia Pacific with the trees. Your Georgia pine, you got all these different Georgia Pacific companies or whatever. But yeah, man, that's it. You know, another thing you said that trash. What's the waste?
Waste management.
Waste management. You got waste management in all these different states here in America, and what they do, they take up the waste, man, and they ship it to these different facilities, man, and they ship that shit overseas.
Your junkyards,
you
they
got
ship that
people
shit to China.
literally in the waste management that's sorting out the paper, the plastic from the aluminum. You got a can here, they separating that shit, then they put it all together.
They
then
press that shit up, they melt it down,
they
and
put
they
it in a
send that
bundle.
shit overseas,
They
man.
send that shit overseas, man.
Where you think all these
That's
used
it.
tire, when you have a tire and you go get
I
a
used to
tire
call that
change,
shit. I watched them do that shit.
and you they be like, then they charge you a disposing fee. Where they keep that $5 where they keep them old tires.
Yeah.
What you think they doing with them tires after a while?
Yeah,
They get a bunch of them. They have a whole trailer worth of it,
Yeah.
and they gonna ship that shit somewhere. I think there's a place in probably in Africa or something.
Yeah.
Like this is a big tire trash area. It's
Yeah.
the world's largest, and it's just burning.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Now, well,
nothing
you know
but
what?
tires.
Yeah.
It's like a
Speaking
whole
of trash,
Yep.
Mexico
Yep.
is dumping their trash over here.
and yeah, they want to dump a bunch of sewage in America.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You got.
That's all we do is produce trash here.
You got. Hey, man, listen. The trash from here in Atlanta. You got the cab. All these different counties.
Yeah.
They're little. Okay, we have landfills, but they're shipping so much fucking trash to these outer areas here in Georgia. You know, to try to die down the trash buildup, man. Then guess what they doing? They shipping it from here, even on out of the country, man. It's a terrible.
That's how this is a polluted place,
Man,
man.
it's very
You
polluted.
understand? We
Very
already
polluted.
are in the midst of a
Very
landfill. All right.
Yeah,
So let's go to. I want to finish that Revelation 6.
Revelation
Go ahead.
6 and verse 5.
Okay.
With the black horse, I could start up.
35.
Revelation 6 and 5. It says, and when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand.
Yeah, like when your ass go in the grocery store, we don't use that shit no more, but they have scales in there. You put your tomatoes on there, like, oh, this is old school. That's old school. So we don't do that shit no more.
Put it in the bag.
So you can understand how much you spending. Hey, but you know what? Hey, if you start seeing niggas go in the grocery store and they start putting their tomatoes in that scale, oh, you know it. Oh, you
Something's going on.
that's real. If you start seeing people like, shit, hell no.
I can't get but 2 pounds.
All I can get is 2 pounds of green beans. Take some of them green beans out of there.
Yep.
Take some grapes out of that bag.
Yep.
One less banana.
Break a banana off
They
of
made
that.
the meat. I mean, they weigh the meat.
It says, verse 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see, thou hurt not the oil of the wine.
Yeah, now that penny goes into the Roman what was the Roman currency? Denarian. However you say it. But that's what that when you go into another translation, that's what it says there. So that penny is actually a day's wage. Hey, how much you got paid for the day?
Right.
So again, it's the black horse represents basically your whole check, everything you made for the day is gonna go for you basically getting a small little servings of little things.
Yep.
A little bit of wheat, a little bit of barley. It didn't say meat.
Nope.
It didn't say cheese. You don't think Romans ate cheese and meat?
Right.
And wine? It didn't say none of those things.
Oh, cheese was a king type.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's something we have when kings come around.
You need about to start eating that government cheese again.
Cheese that don't melt.
That cheese that don't melt. Y'all niggas been eating too high off the horse, man. Y'all niggas been eating Gouda. Y'all been getting fancy with your cheese.
Right.
Oh, you got goat cheese?
Goat cheese, feta. Parmesan. Real Parmesan. Y'all got the hard blocks and shit. Yeah, you having fun in the kitchen. Nah, you niggas about to go back to Velveeta and government cheese. Canned cheese. Goddamn canned cheese. It's funny, but it's the truth.
That's what's happening, man.
And that's what we really waiting for, man.
Yes.
We really waiting for the Lord to attack these people on a food level. Because there ain't no more playing. You're not playing when the food, listen, man, when you know you got a woman and some children at the house, and you wondering how the fuck you about to feed them, because children eat, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I got 2 little baby girls.
Yep.
I feel like, man, I spend my whole goddamn day feeding them.
Yep.
Figuring out what they're gonna eat.
They have to eat.
Making it for them. Giving it to them. And then if they done with it, they want juices, snacks.
Yep.
Like, god damn, I ain't even ate once yet.
Right. Hey, well, you know, since you said that, that's why in Deuteronomy was saying we can't even enjoy our kids. We're sitting here like trying to figure out how the hell we're gonna feed them. You know, they need these 3 meals a day in order to grow. We can't even enjoy them because we here in this fucking captivity, man.
Guess what? With all that food shortage, it ain't gonna do nothing but increase crime.
That's it.
Niggas sitting at the house trying to figure out how to feed
Yeah,
his
I'm saying a lot of
family.
loot.
Guess what? Niggas gonna bring out the switch.
Kick
Know what
doors.
comes with that.
Oh yeah. The neighbors, you'll be running into neighbor houses.
Somebody gonna be stalking your ass in the store. Wait till you get to your car.
Yep.
And they gonna hit you with that broom trick.
Yep.
They gonna take all your shit.
Really low key through the spirit, when you start seeing that pressure coming, really brothers should exercise using when you go to Publix or whatever and you pull up front and they bring that shit to you, man. Pop that trunk, get the fuck on, man.
Yeah.
Everybody get real curb. Yeah, tell them to bring that shit to the curb, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna get, we talking, but it's gonna get to that point.
Yep.
Niggas gonna be, man, listen, these regular ass frail people gonna be walking out the store thinking it's sweet. Man, they gonna get mugged for the cart.
Yep.
All right, you give me, put the chicken in the bag. What? Put the chicken, the rice, the green beans in the fucking bag. Are you robbing me for food? Yes. God.
They gonna take all your cranberry sauce.
All your Totitos and your pizza rolls.
All that peanut
Put
butter
the
and
Pop
jelly
Tarts
going
in
in
the
All that
bag.
expensive ass, yeah, like he said, peanut butter.
Pepperoni Hot Pockets.
All that shit you get robbed for it.
more. That's gonna be more valuable. than
Draw no
money.
pieces.
And niggas don't want your car, they want that food, man.
Cash is useless.
They want your medicine, spices.
I want all of that.
Matter of fact, I know I want to close on, what's that, an apocrypha? The cheap things of life.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Surah 36. And we'll close on that. I know it's past 5:30. Somewhere in the 30s.
I think 30 now.
Yeah, 5:30.
Yeah, because that's what he's attacking. He's attacking the cheap things. Water about to be expensive. Wine about to be expensive. Oil about to be expensive. You know how expensive olive oil is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Olive oil is outrageous.
Damn near $30 a bottle.
$30 a bottle.
Good single source amount of oil, olive oil.
Oh, hell.
Not that. Got it from Spain.
Ecclesiastes chapter 39 and verse 20.
Honey is
26.
outrageous.
Matter of fact, I'll start at verse. I started with a point is 26. It says the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt.
Iron come again, and honestly speaking, most of these things don't come from us.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Hey, I'll hit you with this. I bet most of your lighters are made overseas. You niggas ain't making fire with sticks. What the fuck? You niggas is not doing that to make fire.
Right.
You niggas are buying big lighters,
Right.
that are probably made by some Chinese company.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Torch lighters.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Keep going.
Yep.
Your water.
The water. It said fire, water,
Iron.
iron.
Iron, that's steel.
Definitely
Oh, salt.
iron.
I just missing salt.
Yeah, salt.
Salt.
Hey, and then to keep that iron right, guess what? You gotta have some oil. So you gotta have some oil to put on that iron. God. Come on, man.
Yeah, cast iron.
Nigga pass by.
More salt.
Yep, salt.
grandma.
That's how we used to preserve food. Oh yeah, salt. With salt, that's how we used to preserve food.
That's how you preserve iron.
We used to cover with salt.
Yeah.
Like saying, and with the iron.
Well, that's what when Rome, that's what you got paid. Your salary, the word salary goes to salt.
Yeah.
You get a sack of salt, you get paid in salt. Salt is very important.
Yeah.
Trade and barter with salt.
Yep.
It says
Salt and water.
flour of wheat,
Yep. That's it.
honey,
It's
milk,
more than just
Honey, you understand how expensive honey is?
Honey? Oh my goodness. Oh.
Honey is outrageously expensive, man.
Yes.
right.
Yes.
And you want local honey. Honey from like
Yes.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep going.
it says flour of wheat, honey, milk.
Yeah,
That's
flour.
flour.
bread.
That's where do you think most of the wheat comes? Where does most of the wheat of the world come from? It's not coming from.
I'll tell you where. Ukraine. Yeah, you're better say Ukraine.
That's it. That's it.
Ukraine.
Most wheat comes from Ukraine.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you ain't eating.
Yeah.
Your wheat is not coming from fucking Missouri or Wisconsin.
Right.
Americans really have a stupid spell over it.
That wheat that is being grown and produced in Indiana and Chicago and Ohio.
Man, they got
That's
land.
not enough, man.
That's prop wheat.
That's not enough. That might be enough for one of those states.
Yeah, that's prop local.
That's local.
Yeah, that's for local bakers to
It's
make.
like your 50 states, man. Come on, man.
You think the breads that you eat out of the store is from Indiana wheat? You out of your fucking mind? Yeah, come on, man. I'm about to say Americans are gonna wake up. These Edomites are gonna wake up very soon in front of us and realize, yeah, damn, we've been fucking lied to. And when nobody likes to be lied to. When you realize that you've been lied to, you angry. Hold it, right?
People that have animals, they're like, well, you know what? I got animals. I'll be able to just listen. Man, your feed and that's Indiana again.
It'll get you by.
Chicago, Iowa, that's your corn. You think that's enough to feed
All of us?
Right, all of us?
You think that's enough corn up there to give Chipotle its supply for the corn salsa?
Right.
That ain't even enough corn for Chipotle. Right. Just for the corn salsa.
Right. Come on, man. Y'all
America is through.
America's done, y'all.
This is not the America of old, like we were saying weeks ago in the protest, where you were protesting a place because it actually affected the economy. Do you think any of this shit is owned locally? We went through that. BlackRock owns most of it. Vanguard owns most of it. Merrill Lynch owns most of it. Bank of America owns all this shit. These is not owned by local
Nope.
The last recession caused it for a lot of these big companies to be sold.
Yep.
Your Budweiser is not an American company anymore.
Yep. Nope.
You just believe it is. That shit is imported like Heineken.
Yep. Oh, your car industry, Chevrolet sold. I think China owned most of that.
Ford, Chrysler, these aren't American brands no more.
It's not, man.
But hey, we're gonna see. Let's go ahead and go.
It says in the blood of the grape.
That's your wine.
Yeah, your wine. Yeah.
Juice.
Yeah.
Fruit juice.
Come on, all
All
that.
that, yeah.
Oh, what's the winery here? Chateau Elan. You think they gonna be able to produce enough?
Yeah, they just automatically make enough wine. They gonna make enough wine for your ass. And you think you're gonna nobody out here drinks Georgia wine.
Niggas don't even know how to spell wine out here.
But the wine, go ahead. What's the other thing?
And clothing.
Clothing? Man, all of our clothes, none of your clothes are made in America. The last company that might have been an American-based clothing line, American Apparel. American Apparel, they made a lot of blanks, t-shirts and hoodies and shit. Casual, but I think they went out of business years ago in a sense.
Everything is imported from China, really. If you start, your like a clothing brand and you want mass production, you gotta get it from
You have to go. You gotta go to China or Pakistan.
Pakistan,
Ain't no nigga mass producing t-shirts and jeans and. I don't want to hear that fashion district in California. I don't want to hear that fabric district. That shit is old news, man.
Hey, you better find your woman that can that do not even so, but yeah, I know. So, no, the
knit. You know
yeah,
the
knit. What they call it?
Crochet.
Crochet.
Better find your woman that can.
But where she gonna get the?
Good luck, because a lot of these young bitches don't know how
to do it. It's always older women that do crochet.
Still gotta get the yarn though.
Yeah, you still gotta get it.
You still gotta get the textile.
It's over with. So basically, through the spirit, was that it on that? So at the end of the day, hopefully that message we received to understand the economy of this place